it's a party, I'm know it. Slide through. Hey, why me shine with no dime? When I slide through. Hey, bitch, I'm elevator high. When I slide through, I keep it real, I don't lie. When I slide through. Now if it's a party, I know it. Slide through. Why me shine with no dime? When I slide through. Hey, bitch, I'm elevator.
This shit acting so slow.
I keep it real, I don't lie. When I slide through. Up in this bitch like I'm 10 feet high. Ho, I'm just outstanding. That mean that I can't lie.
Yes, sir. Home team. What's happening, home team?
Oh, damn.
It's your boy Blackberry the Rex. This is the AFN family, and this is the Rex Hit. Appreciate y'all joining us tonight. We had some technical difficulties, but we're gonna get it all worked out for y'all real soon. And as we do so, we're gonna introduce the family. Y'all always know, right? The big dog, Big Ant. What's happening with you, Big Ant?
This shit is acting funny as hell, bro.
I told y'all we were having some technical difficulties. I told y'all we was having some technical difficulties.
Bruh. This shit acting funny as hell.
But we appreciate y'all joining us. I guess the pleasantries, we ain't gonna be able to get to y'all tonight with all the pleasantries. Let me just do a quick stage roll call. Big Ant. You hear me, Big Ant?
What's happening?
Hey, Big Will.
Oh,
You
you
bring
hear me?
back Big Willie Snap?
No. What's happening?
Yes, sir. And my brother from a different mother, the Lightness, is back in the building. What's going on with you, Ty?
Oh, I'm chilling, man. Glad to be back, man. Let's get to it.
Let's get to it. We appreciate y'all joining us. Appreciate y'all coming in and joining the festivities. Don't waste no more time. Go ahead and hit that like button and hit that share button right now. Share this out to all your social media platforms. We ask that you get the word out there that Blackberry the Rex is bringing the heat every single Thursday night at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, or somewhere around that time. In some cases, that's like tonight. But at the end of the day, we here for you religiously, faithfully. We here for you every single Thursday night, baby. So hit that like button, hit that sub button. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all make it do what it do. Now, before we get to the roll call, before we get the festivities going for the night, let's go ahead and pay some bills. So if you go on manscaped.com, there's going to be a surprise for you. It's called 20% off free shipping by using the promo code AFN. If you don't know nothing about Manscaped, just know it's used for you to keep your garden trim. So that when your lady pull down your britches, she ain't smacked in the face with a pound of foam. Go to Manscaped. They got all the light for men grooming products for you there out there. They, you that smell good, to trim it down so she won't be frowned. And in the words of our boy Night Rider, y'all do what it do. Go to manscaped.com, use the promo code AFN and get free shipping and 20% off of your purchase right now. Well, not right now.
Y'all know we not Night Rider, but we try our best. We try.
We ain't Night Rider, but we try our best. We know that. We know he'll give you the business on that Manscaped promo. But anyway, let's do a real quick roll call. Big Ant, you want to do the honors?
right, let's see. Sherman Wood, what's happening? Lee 85. Tell Sports and Gaming.
Yes, sir.
Terry Lloyd. YMOF Jamal. Deshaun Caswell. What's
Okay.
happening?
Deshaun Caswell.
D.
The jury.
Coleman. Nicholas Dixon.
You want to say something?
Yeah.
You want to say university after that, don't you? You want to say university after that? Go ahead. That sounds like Deshaun Caswell. University of Iowa.
Raymond Collins, Texas Tech.
You know what? You ain't
Big facts. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Y'all ain't shit.
It's all respect, all love, man. Night
Night
Rider ain't here. Night Rider ain't here. We gotta show up.
Prince Kill 89.
D. Coleman said you read like a substitute teacher.
Hey, Ron.
Hey, bro.
Hey, Ron.
Oh Lord.
Hey, fuck y'all, man. F all.
All right, go ahead. Finish it up. We got some more out there.
You don't want to read now. You don't want to read. Come on, big hand. Let's get it.
Matt Dirty.
You got it.
Dre Harrison.
What up with you, Dre?
We got some old faithfuls in there too, but they be on hella
Rozier.
shit every time. That's
Mhm.
what's
What's
up.
up, Miss Pam? What's going on? Raymond
Hey.
Collins.
Hey.
Diaz. Brian Peoples. Michael Walker. Not that Michael Walker.
Not that one.
Not number 3.
Not Cisco.
ATL Leo. Not Cisco. Not him downstairs. No. Tell Sports and Gaming. Pat Norris. Jerome 6'9". Y'all know him as the therapist ATL. We call him Juan. The
AKA the super villain.
let's see. The super villain. Right? I think that's
Is that it?
we all
Is
good,
that
man.
all? We appreciate y'all joining us. We know we had got started a little late. It's nobody's fault, but all this damn technology that y'all love so much nowadays. So I ain't taking no damn blame. But we appreciate you joining the show. All we ask is that you go ahead, get your popcorn, and get your cameras ready so we can give you the goods. Just the way you like that. So we're gonna kick the night off. We're gonna give y'all some defense talk tonight. We're gonna talk about this defense and where we see it going. Based on what we've done so far in the off season. And we got, of course, we got some phonies to go after. And we're gonna get into that a little bit. And I call them phonies because they scared. And if you've seen the title of the show, you're gonna find out exactly what I'm talking about a little bit later on.
ATL Leo, bro. You stop your shit.
What he said? Stevenson University. Yeah, that his school. That his school, Stevenson. Uh-huh. But
Hey,
anyway,
you know what? We got our spring game coming tomorrow. So
okay, spring game for Stevenson tomorrow. All right. I ain't kept up with Stone Mountain stuff for in years, but just because I got me a Stevenson alum on in the family, I got to keep up with my team now, cause ain't no damn way I'm finna let Stevenson get representation around here, and Stone Mountain ain't got now. Okay, yeah, you can look
nah,
like
get
that
him.
all you want. You can look like that all you want, but you know what I'm talking. You know what I'm talking about. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get into the show. So to kick off tonight, the fear has set in, and boy, oh boy, are y'all some bitches scared.
Mm.
Oh
Mm.
my goodness.
Mm.
Everywhere.
So I'm going through, I'm surfing the net for some Falcon content, for some Falcon news, and I come across Locked On NFL
Mm.
podcast,
Mm.
and they had a real interesting topic a couple days ago. One of the dudes' name is Ross Jackson, or whatever his name is, Ross Jackson. That don't sound like a real black person name, but I guess that's what he want to call himself. But Ross Jackson on Locked On NFL podcast, he and his contemporary, they said that the Atlanta Falcons are lying to everybody because they're trying to convince people that they did not draft a running back. These are their words. And I was gonna play the audio for y'all and everything so y'all can hear it with your own ears. But you could just go on YouTube, or you could just go on whatever you use, whatever search engine you use, and you could just look up Locked On NFL podcast, Locked On NFL podcast, and I think they posted this on the 16th, and the topic was the Atlanta Falcons and the Detroit Lions are lying to everybody because they're trying to convince people that they didn't draft a running back. Now, these are not my words. These are their words. Okay. So, because I don't have the audio for y'all, just let me give y'all a brief synopsis of basically what they said. And I'm paraphrasing some of this, but I'm going to use their words as much as possible. So they said that it was the unthinkable to draft a running back in the first round of this year's draft. They said the Falcons and the Lions did the unthinkable, drafting running backs in the first round. And they said because of that, the Atlanta Falcons, along with the Detroit Lions, because they're including the Lions in this because, of course, they drafted Jameer Briggs. They drafted that boy. So they saying that the Lions and ourselves, the Falcons, are trying to convince everyone that they did not draft a running back. They drafted a wide receiver. Like I said, not my words. This is Locked On NFL's podcast words. Now, I got a whole lot to goddamn get off in some ass about with that. But before I do, I want to go to you, Lock, since you ain't been on in a while. I want to go to you with this.
Okay.
So
get them, Lock, please.
NFL Locked On NFL podcast seems to think that Arthur Smith and the Falcons are trying to convince the world that they didn't draft a running back. What you say about that?
I'm gonna say, first of all, I think they didn't want us to get that running back. I'm gonna just be real with you.
Uh-huh.
That's pretty much what that is. People didn't want us to get that running back. I think they wanted that running back to go to the Cowboys. But right, that sounds so. In one of your words that you use, asinine, to even entertain it.
Word of the day, folks. Asinine.
Bruh, I mean, I get it. Like, he's a dual threat back. He can catch. You can line him up how you want to line him. They can't do nothing about it. It's like they're afraid of the weapons that we have acquired. So now they're trying to convince the world of this narrative that they're trying to shape into some idiocracy. That's another word, some idiocracy, because that doesn't even make any sense. And I hate that some people that's covering our team and saying this type of foolery. It's like, but to be real with you,
Right.
bro, I don't even know how to, I don't even know how to entertain that, bro. I'm like, how does that? That don't even make any sense at all. I mean, we redrafted it. It was two top tier running backs in that draft. It was so many running backs, but it was like top tier. It was two people they were talking about. Detroit got one, we got the other. They said the same thing about Kyle Pitts. He was a freak, you know what I'm saying? He's a freak athlete. He's like a unicorn tight end. Why we gonna take him at 4? But we did. It was like, why would we pass up on that opportunity? Because a lot of people didn't want us to pick that person. They wanted us to take Jalen Carter. They wanted us to take other people that was available. But what people don't understand is what they really need to reevaluate when it comes to our team. Not only was our defense bad, our red zone touchdown to punt, like field goal ratio was bad. So we got people like Jonnu Smith, Bijan Robinson, Algier, Pitts, London, that's going to get us in that. Once we get into that red zone opportunity, you don't know, like I said, who's who in the offense, who's going to get the ball, so we can score touchdowns and not just field goals. You know what I'm saying? So after, like you said, the fear set in. They just fear when they fear the unknown. Nobody knew where we was going to go with that. And then all the pickups that we did pick up, it creates that. It's like when you go to a barbecue. When you go to a barbecue and you smell the food, and then you see it. See, they ain't caught wind of what we cooking yet, but they see it.
Right.
Then they see it.
They just see it. They ain't. They just smell it right now. They ain't seen it yet.
Yeah, they don't see that. They smell it. They don't see it. But
I
once they
see
start
what you
seeing
did there a lot.
yeah, you like that, right? So you know what I'm saying. When they come in, and then we gonna see all the people bandwagon, man. It's just what it is. Like, we didn't know what they was going to do. They got a good weapon. They setting it up so for Ritter to be successful. And they setting up the team to be successful on all facets of the game. Period. And that's what I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, man.
Let me catch it next.
Big Will. Get
Bruh. They just so afraid of anybody that go against the grain, bruh. Anybody that go against the grain that ain't doing what everybody doing. So everybody want to be a passing lead. So coaches that don't follow that trend want to be a passing type coach. They doing something wrong. They not doing them right. What Arthur Smith and Terry Fontenot been preaching since they got here is positionless football. Positionless football, meaning I want you to be an athlete so I can use you wherever I want to use you, however I want to use you. You feel what I'm saying?
Facts.
I seen when they got all these defensive players in the offseason. I knew they were going to go for somebody on offense, but I just didn't want to believe it at the time. But once I seen the pick that they got, once I seen Bijan Robinson, like I said, I did my homework and everything. And I thought about how Arthur Smith draw up plays and what he did in Tennessee when he had talent. You get this man talent, he is dangerous. He is like Kyle Shanahan with a brain. Because Kyle Shanahan just full of himself. He's like Kyle Shanahan with a brain, though. He got a brain enough to run the ball, bro. He's gonna run the ball. What's happening is they scared to see what this gonna look like with another weapon, a younger weapon that just like Cordell Patterson, but he's younger. Can you imagine what would have happened if Cordell Patterson would have met Arthur Smith early in his career? Oh my God!
If CP would have just figured it out
long
time ago, that
nobody would use him right, bro.
I mean,
nobody would use him right.
He didn't even know he should get back there running back. See, that's the difference right there between CP and Bijan Robinson. Now, see,
he had a couple sprinkles though, Blackberry. Yeah, a couple sprinkles of that in the backfield.
Chicago he had a couple sprinkles, but it was more gadget. It was more using him as a gadget guy. Just seeing you showing defenses they can line up a scat guy in the back, and he's big and he's shifty and he's one cut and go type guy. So that was them trying to use him in the gateway, but for him to be getting full-time backfield, production, that didn't happen until he got to Atlanta.
Right. And so I wanna go ahead, my fault.
No, you good, but it's like Bijan. Okay, so Bijan, he ain't as big as CP. See, CP is 6'2", 220, something like that. So folks said, that he's an unorthodox build to be a running back because of his skill sets. So he's more like a receiver. So it's like how do you put where do you put Cordell Patterson when even he not himself knows that he could be a running back? But see, the thing is the vision. See, that's where Arthur Smith came into play, was showing him that he has the vision to be a running back, because what do returners do? They see a lane, they hit the lane, they go. That's what running backs do. It's the only difference is running backs have to read. They have to read holes a little bit better. They have to have a bit of a quicker first step. They can't have a false step.
Yeah, they got to read them blocks.
Got to be able to read blocks, set up blocks, and can't have a false step. A lot of times you'll see a bad habit that a lot of returners got is that false step when they catch the ball before they take off running. So once he got with Arthur Smith worked with him on how to be a running back. It was out the gates, bro. It was no brainer. This is what you should have been all along. But because he hasn't been that in his career until now, fans are, we got a wide receiver and running back. Come on, man. No, you got a guy who just now finding his damn place in football. That's what you got. He's more than just a returner. He's a big ass, fast ass running back. That's what he is.
Physical.
Now see, Bijan is what? 6 foot. He a couple inches shorter than CP.
And a couple pounds, sort of. Couple pounds.
And he a little lighter in the ass. So it's like, okay, 6 foot, 215. This what he is. He's a running back. But he has the exact same skill set as CP. The only difference is he's been worked on being a running back a lot earlier in his career. So this is what you get. So people just don't know how. People don't go analyze and do the proper analyzing to see that we already got a guy like Bijan. CP Bijan is just his successor.
Yeah,
here
they don't be taking the little hints that Terry Fontenot or Arthur Smith be giving them. They said when they draft and when they put these rosters together, they build for the future also. But don't nobody catch that when they be talking. This man is a straight replica of CP3. I mean, damn, I'm thinking about CP84. You know what I mean?
Don't you do that, Skip.
I know it. But
we need him in the playoffs.
CP84. We don't want them jujus on him. We don't need that. We need him on the field. But you know what I mean? Like, he's a straight replica. If you look at it, bro, the defensive lineman we drafted, a straight replica of what we got, Calais Campbell. Come on, man. Just think about it, bro. These boys know what they doing. They know what they doing, bro. And for the record, I had them boys 15-2 at the best, 13-4 at the floor. Stamp it. I don't care. Stamp it. I don't care what you do. I don't see them boys losing more than 4 games. You can't show me more than 4 games. Stamp it.
Stamp it. All right, Ant. Locked On NFL podcast, Ross Jackson and his contemporary. Like I say, have technical difficulties. I can't get the guy's name. But they say that Arthur Smith is trying to convince everybody that he didn't draft a running back. Ant, what you say?
I'm just trying to. I'm trying to go back in my mind and think of when Arthur Smith or Terry said that they was trying to turn him into a wide receiver. Even when we drafted him, we never said that shit. Nobody ever said that. Ever.
I sure don't recall.
What was said, we can use him everywhere. We can line him up in the backfield.
Football.
Positionless. We can line him up in the backfield. He could run. He could catch out the backfield. We can line him up in the slot. All this shit that they said he's done at Texas. You just have to go back and watch the fucking film. That's all you got to do. Look, bro. If my illiterate ass can watch some damn film, sit down and watch hourless film, then why your bitch ass can't do that same shit? It's fucking free. All you gotta do is go on YouTube, put the effort in.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what they said. They were saying on Locked On NFL podcast, what they were saying was that the Falcons were lying to everyone because, first of all, they didn't want to make it. They didn't want to seem like they were doing something crazy by drafting a running back in the first round. So they're trying to convince the fan base, football fan base, that they didn't draft a running back. They drafted receivers. And they went on to say, well, there were receivers in this draft that would have been better suited for the Falcons and the Detroit Lions to select instead of Bijan Robinson and Briggs if they truly wanted a run, if they truly wanted a receiver.
Can I say
these
something?
Are, like I said, these they words, not mine. I'm just giving you what they said.
Get them. Yeah.
Go ahead, Locke. Go ahead.
Please get
I'm gonna say this. Do y'all recall when Arthur Smith really wasn't giving people what they was doing? Y'all recall that? This can even if he was to say that, it can be some type of tactic so people won't even know what we're doing. Because it's gonna get people scratching their head like, oh, because it's like, how can you defend that? You said you didn't draft no running back. Clearly, we just had a rookie running back run for over 1,000 yards. But it's like, if you say you didn't draft a running back, so they're gonna be looking for him as a receiver. So when Algier and him are out there, they're gonna be like, okay. He said, I think it's like I'm trying to find some type of gray to make it make sense. But we have. I'm trying to plead that case.
No.
But it's like Arthur Smith haven't really told people. They've been very vague about what they was doing. So it's kind of weird that they automatically just say, "Hey, we're using him as a wide receiver, not a running back. It's like, when have you known Arthur Smith to really tell people what he's doing?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I don't recall them giving up anything because they'll be very vague about what we're doing. We just got to improve, and then play the next game. We're looking forward to the next game. We got to improve. That's all they would say. They wouldn't really say what they really doing. Just like we didn't even know what they were going to do in the draft. We seen all the needs that we filled during the offseason and the free agency, and then it was just like, and there was some people I didn't think they was going to get, like Phillips, like. That I'm blown away about. So it's just like we got a lot of no zone going on. And then we got younger players that we already had that's probably gonna be more developed because we're gonna also have vets that help them. Like I said, man, we really need to move past this subject because it's really silly to me. Like it's really silly. And I'm sad to say that our own people, and I say people as far as Falcons podcasters, are saying some silly stuff like that. I guess I don't know. Chasing cloud.
Hold
Go ahead.
on. Blackberry, please tell the people what their team is. Please.
Their teams is the New Orleans Swamp Skanks.
Oh, wow.
They're not even Falcons fans.
Whoa.
But they work for it. But look, this is the thing. They work for Locked On Sports, and they cover the NFL.
Okay.
But in their podcast behind the Ross Jackson guy, he has no memorabilia and all that in his background. He got Skanks stuff in his background.
Okay.
So he admits on the show that he is a skank. He is a New Orleans Skank fan. But they cover NFL. For Locked On Sports, they cover the NFL,
everything.
The whole
Everything.
NFL, right?
Okay.
So when you're in a position as such, when you're covering an entire league, you have to take an unbiased approach in your takes.
Ooh.
If you don't take an unbiased approach, then you might as well just be with Locked On New Orleans or Locked On Louisiana or whatever the fuck.
Right.
Because you're not giving proper analysis of what you're seeing from this team. Now, because I'm gonna give y'all this. I'm gonna give y'all a few things because I'm really about to rip off in their ass. But let me give y'all this before I go ham. Let me just give y'all this. So, first of all, the fear has set in because something that everybody on the panel here just pointed out. Locke just pointed out. Will just pointed out. Ant just pointed out. They don't know what to expect. They mad because we got a Bijan Robinson. See, they fell into the media traps. The media traps had them set up to think that Bijan Robinson, up until the last 2 weeks of the draft, that Bijan Robinson might not even go in the first round. Nobody was talking. No, they were not talking about Bijan Robinson going in the top 10, let alone going in the first round.
Oh.
Nobody was talking about it. But all of a sudden, a couple weeks before the draft, somebody must have got word that the Atlanta Falcons had multiple meetings with Bijan Robinson. Had multiple interviews with Bijan Robinson. And because of that, now all of a sudden, it's a headline. Now everybody wants Bijan Robinson. First of all, because we said we were not in the damn Lamar Jackson sweepstakes. Then we were interviewing with said quarterbacks that was in the draft, but everybody's going to do interviews with every position a couple times with the prospects they have on their list. This is not unheard of. But that didn't gain no speed getting Richardson or trying to move up to get CJ Stroud or trying to move up to get a Bryce Young. That never gained any speed with the media. So let's latch on to the very last damn narratives we can throw out there, and it was Bijan Robinson. And it actually stuck. It actually happened. Dre Harrison, we appreciate that $5, my guy. Dre Harrison says, man, forget all that noise. We drafted the best player available, and we about to run the ball through the medulla oblongata.
Medulla oblongata.
That brought that medulla oblongata out, boy.
Appreciate that $5, Dre Harris. Appreciate that, man.
What folks do, they put too much into this draft picks and all this. Folks forget how draft picks work. They draft to what they need. You know what I'm saying? They draft for depth. Is what the team need, not what everybody else think they need. You feel what I'm saying? Come on, man. Y'all just use your brain, bro. Follow the money, as Mike and K-Style always say. Follow the money. They're going to tell you where they're going.
Right, yo. You just got to follow the money, man. And the thing is this. With the Locked On NFL podcast, this is the thing. So they mad because he didn't fall to the second round, and they mad first of all. These two guys, Ross Jackson and his contemporary on Locked On NFL podcast. They mad because the damn stupid ass swamp skanks traded out of the top 10. So they wasn't going to be getting Bijan Robinson anyway. Then he didn't fall to the second round. So they sure hell wasn't going to get him. So they mad about that because they looking at an Alvin Kamara who's not on his way to counting money, but on his way to counting rocks.
Jail. Locked up.
On his way to counting jail cell balls. He's on his way to counting soap balls. He's on his way. He's on his way to count toothpaste packets. He on his way. He on his way to asking, do you want your cornbread? So they mad that the guy that reminds them a hell of a whole lot like Alvin Kamara in this year's draft ended up going to the worst possible team he could possibly go to for a New Orleans swamp skank to see him go to, and that's the Atlanta Falcons. The worst possible scenario for the damn swamp skanks is Bijan Robinson lands in the ATL, and that's exactly where he went with the 8th overall pick. So with that, I'm going to give y'all this. See, they also said on here, and I want to address this, that Arthur Smith and the Falcons are lying to the fan base by trying to convince everybody that they didn't draft a running back. See, first of all, don't make up shit about my team just because you salty and you scared. See, you scared because the Falcons done pretty much ripped apart your team from the inside out.
Inside out.
So that's one. Terry Fontenot, thank you very much. And two, you ain't got a chance in hell at competing for the NFC South this year with the Falcons building what they've built over here.
You see that machine?
Chance in hell.
You ain't got a chance in hell.
No,
so
hell.
Because of that, you want to make up shit saying that our team is lying to people that they didn't draft. Remember, first of all, let's not play stupid here, okay? Let's not play dumb. Arthur Smith, Terry Fontenot, Rich McKay, they are very well aware that Bijan Robinson is a fucking running back. They are very well aware of that. They are very aware of that. They're not stupid. He played running back in college. That's what the fuck he gonna play when he get here. When you look at the roster, he's gonna be listed under running backs. Stop trying to play my goddamn my coaching staff and my front office for stupid. Stop trying to play us for dumb. And then stop trying to play us for liars. Nobody never said that he wasn't a running back. Nobody ever said that. Nobody ever said that he was a wide receiver.
Why are you
Nobody
always lying?
has said that. Nobody said that.
Ooh.
What they said, just like Will said, they said positionless football. And all that means is that you are going to have to be versatile on this team. You're going to have to be able to go line up in the slot if you're a running back. You're going to have to be able to go line up out wide if you're a running back. And I guess it lost on a lot of people's minds that Tyler Algier actually had more receiving yards than Bijan Robinson in college. He can also go line up on the outside. He can also go line up in the slot. This is
Man, you better stop making sense, man. What's wrong with
that.
you?
Hey,
Stop that, Blackberry. Stop that, Blackberry.
Hey.
This is not beyond us. This is not beyond us. We are well aware of what this team is doing because we do the proper homework. We cover this team. We do it a damn good job covering this team. Our coach, our head coach, Arthur Smith, has done something to you some bitches that you just can't stand. And that's he's not done. He hasn't went about this the way everybody wants him to. How dare you draft Bijan Robinson and you already got Tyler Algier and Cordell Patterson? How dare you?
The audacity of you.
So you want to make up bullshit. You want to lie on your platform because while you calling us liars, y'all the ones telling lies, saying that our coach is lying to the fan base, saying that they didn't draft a running back. They never said that.
Never.
Telling more lies than the federal government.
He said positionless football. Now that's one, and then let's go into this is the last thing I'm gonna get on. Give it to my brother.
Hit him with the head.
The same mother.
Hit him on the head.
So let's use some common sense here. They went on to say that you're not drafting a wide receiver. You could have just got a wide receiver in the draft that would have been better acclimated for what you're trying to lie to the fan base about. These day words on Locked On NFL podcast. And then they go on to say, if a running back is capable of catching the ball out of the backfield or lining up in the slot, a linebacker is going to follow him. And that's going to create mismatches. You don't say, stupid motherfucker.
No shit,
you
Sherlock.
Don't fucking say. So common sense would tell you, first of all, if a running back goes and lines up in the slot or on the outside, guess what he is now? A fucking receiver.
Oh my God.
And you know why he won't label him as a receiver when he's going out there? Because that takes away your advantage. What advantage you have if you got 3 running backs out there, then you spread them out? Guess who got to go guard them? Linebackers. Linebackers got to follow them. Guess who got the advantage? It's sure gonna be the running backs. Cause ain't no linebacker keeping up with now one of them, bro.
Nope.
Ain't no linebacker keeping up with now one of them.
Ain't no way.
But see, this is the contradiction. See, this is where I knew the fear had set in when I was watching this. Because while he's saying that, his contemporary, Ross Jackson's contemporary on Locked On Sports NFL podcast, he goes on to say that he would like to see what that boy name is, the Lions picked up, Briggs.
Oh yeah.
He would love to Jahmyr Gibbs. I'm sorry, I'm saying Briggs. Yeah, Jahmyr Gibbs. He goes on to say that I would love to see him lined up at receiver and try to do an in and out or a stop and go or something. He said, run a wide receiver route basically against a 6'2", 220-pound corner. So then I said, now see, now you just said a linebacker would have to follow him out there. So now you're trying to convince us that they are trying to say that Jahmyr Gibbs and Bijan Robinson aren't running backs, they're wide receivers. So you're the one lying because neither the Lions nor the Falcons have said that about either of these guys. They haven't said that. They never said they weren't running backs. They never said they were wide receivers. They've never said this. I've gone back. I've watched interviews. I've watched goddamn press conferences. I have not seen either one of these teams say that. So what it is you're scared. You're scared that because when it's time to line up against the Falcons, Bijan Robinson is going to be on the other side looking at your soft-ass defense, looking at your soft-ass secondary, looking at your soft-ass linebacker coach, your soft-ass defensive line with soft-ass goddamn Cameron Jordan over there licking his goddamn wounds because he going to be getting his block knocked off all goddamn game. So you scared because how dare the Atlanta Falcons get better than the New Orleans Swamp Skanks? Well, here's a news flash. We've been getting better than y'all motherfuckers for the last 3 years.
But Blackberry, can you imagine this here, bro? Can you imagine this here lineup right here coming out? You got your boy Drake London out. Then you got your boy Kyle Pitts out here. You got your boy CP go to the slot. You got Bijan Robinson and your boy Algier in the backfield. Oh my God! Can you imagine looking at that? Then your boy Arthur Smith running motion. Your boy Arthur Smith running motion across. Then he flex out Bijan Robinson. Now you got two slant wide receivers. Oh my God! Come on.
Will, don't forget Janu.
Real quick. I'm glad you said that, Dre Murphy. Dre Murphy said we'll run first team, so why would we take a freaking wide receiver? We got who we freaking wanted because we finna run down team's freaking throat. I'm glad you said that because another thing they opened up their show saying on Locked On NFL Podcast.com. What they opened up the show was saying was the Falcons want to run the ball a lot.
Oh fucking shit!
Well, Mr. Cortez.
They said, but wait a minute. Let me tell you. Let me give you the context of that. So they said that the Falcons need to stop lying to everybody, trying to convince them that they didn't draft a running back because you drafted a running back. Just say you want to run the ball a lot. You don't say you stupid motherfucker. You contradicted yourself in the same fucking sentence, in the same fucking breath. Of course they want to run the ball a lot, you stupid motherfucker. That's why they drafted a versatile running back who can also go out there and catch the ball. Because guess what? When you creep up in that box with 9-10 men, with 8-9 men in the goddamn box, you got mismatches with them motherfuckers coming out the backfield, and you got mismatches over the top. You stupid motherfuckers.
Come on, bro.
But then again, we ain't gonna hit them with, they didn't get a number 2 wide receiver. No. We already have a number 2 pass catcher. That's Drake London. The number 1 pass catcher is Kyle Pitts. We got the weapons already set up. It just ain't set up how you motherfuckers want it set up. Come on, bro. Y'all forgetting this man had 1,000-yard receiving year his rookie year, bro. 1,000 yards. How did y'all forget, bro? It was just a year ago. This man get hurt and everybody forget who Kyle Pitts is. Drake London is the help for Kyle Pitts, not the other way around, brother.
I think
Come on, man. We already got the weapons already set up. That's why we got Jonnu Smith. That's why Jonnu Smith came here so they can use Kyle Pitts more on that passing. Bring in Jonnu Smith for that blocking more. Come on, man. We got weapons upon weapons upon weapons.
You are exactly right,
Go ahead,
Mr. Will.
Denzel. Go ahead, Denzel. Get to him, Smiley. Get to him.
Get him. Get him.
If
him.
you're not familiar with the topic, we're talking about Locked On NFL.com's Ross Jackson. He's a black guy, if you can believe that. He said that
I cannot. His name is Ross.
Arthur Smith. Right, exactly. He says that the Atlanta Falcons are lying to everyone, trying to convince them that they didn't draft the running back in the first round. What say you?
I don't know. I don't know what they see with their eyes, but their eyes is not working properly. I don't know what they see. I don't know what they must seen a kicker. They seen a kicker. That's what I'm gonna say. They seen a kicker. Because it's a kicker. It's a kicker right up the ass. Yeah, man. All evidence points to this most recent video I seen. I don't know if y'all seen it, but dear Lord God, did anybody see that catch that Bijan did? Anybody seen that highlight in the comments? If you have, put it in the comments. The guy, the quarterback threw the ball. It might have was Ritter. It don't matter who it was. But one, he got his shirt off, all homosexuality aside. The guy is built like a smaller version of what's the guy? Myles Garrett for running back. He looks like a smaller version of Myles Garrett. I said, good God, you're a running back, man. But anywho, he jumps up, he does a 360, catches it from back, turns to the ball, one-handed, catching it. He already did the 360.
He was showing out for him.
He had already did the 360, caught it one hand behind the back. Good God, it looked like that Madden, the NFL commercial back in the day where everybody was doing crazy catches. People catching 3 balls with one hand and shit. It was amazing. I didn't understand it. It was defied gravity.
That was for the folks who like Odell Beckham kids. That was just for them folks. That was for them.
Somebody said that video was when he was 18. Ain't no way in hell 18-year-olds look like that. That boy was taking steroids. Anywho, look.
Hey, what some folks said in the chat too, though, like, we're not going to be running the ball like everybody think. That's the point. Arthur Smith want everybody to load that box up. Yep. So we can. Last year, if you watch the film, Mark Mariota had so many folks open, bro. He just was missing everything, bro. Or he wouldn't throw the ball. He
overthrew the ball.
Them. No, oh Lord. We ain't gonna talk about the pass he threw the G.
We're not going there.
Well, that man cut the grass on the field and threw the ball to Jesus at the same time, bro. Hey, we're not gonna talk about that, bro.
That man had wide open players. He overthrew them. Oh man. That was touchdown. No, yes, he had overthrew 2 touchdowns by week 6. To one player. Like, dear God, man. But anywho, beyond the quitter, yeah, man. The man, like my brother said, positionless player. Who does that remind you of? How many positionless players that we weren't calling them positionless players from back then? But today they will be positionless players. Let's go down the line. Yeah, this is a little short list. Will we say Barry Sanders will be a positionless player?
Barry Sanders?
Yeah.
He did a little catching out the backfield.
I'm pretty sure he would have done more with more, but he had none. That
was a different era back then, though.
It was. Who was that? Jim Brown? Was it Jim Brown? I'm thinking about a different player, but he played for the Cleveland Browns. I'm talking about Jim Brown. But
Jim Brown was a straight up there running back. Jim,
down there, I'm talking about somebody else. Damn it, the name won't come to mind. Fuck it, Marshall Faulk.
Yeah, Marshall Faulk can catch it out of the backfield. But I think you're going more along the lines like a LaDainian Tomlinson or
LaDainian Tomlinson. That was one. I had it. It was somebody else I had in mind, but I can't think of it at the moment.
Or your boy that was in Philadelphia with the Eagles, little what's his name?
Reggie Bush is one.
Yep, Reggie Bush is one. Mm-hmm.
Shit, both of the damn New Orleans Saints running.
Yeah, we had a couple. We've had plenty of them here with the Falcons. Jerry Norwood, Tevin Coleman, Devontae Freeman,
Ward Dunn.
Ward Dunn, man. Those are positionless players. For God's sake. Austin Eckler.
Brian Westbrook. That's the name, Brian. People. Brian Westbrook.
Yeah.
LaShawn McCoy.
Yes, bro.
Darren Sproles. Yes, he's another one.
Darren Sproles. They had 3 positionless running back players by themselves. 3.
Bill Sayers.
Yes. That's who I was thinking about. He didn't play for Cleveland Browns, but Yall Sayers was positionless. We just didn't have the title back then. So I've been hearing different narratives, perspectives that, yeah, that pit looking real stupid right about now because Philly got a whole depth chart full of Georgia dogs, and right now they can beat anybody with they backup line. They can beat. You got Jordan Davis next to Carter at the second string.
But what they fail to realize though is the NFL is full of Georgia teams. That's what it is. It's a league full of Georgia teams. And Georgia is a good football team, but the NFL is a notch above that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Georgia can't beat the worst team in the NFL right now. No, they can't.
No.
I'm telling you, the talent is a whole lot different, bro. We seen plenty of time when star players come up here and can't pan out because they can't catch on to their speed up here. We know the NFL is a different beast. Come on, I'm a die-hard Georgia fan. I'm one of the top Georgia fans.
Walter Payton. That's who I was thinking of.
Walter Payton. Oh yeah, sweetness.
Walter Payton.
That's my guy.
That's what I was thinking about.
Yeah, I'm not finna get mad because we don't draft every Georgia player. No, it's not gonna work like that. You know
Walter Payton probably the epitome of a positionless player.
But you know what? To your point, Will, they never said that we were gonna draft any Georgia players. They said they was gonna get players that came from Georgia.
That's fine too. That's majority of the damn league.
Right. So I'm not mad at that. They did exactly what they said they was gonna do.
Getting players that came out the Georgia area. That's what they said they're gonna do. And that's what they've been doing. That's what they've been doing.
I'd rather do that. Yeah, because not all of them went to Georgia. I.e. Trevor Lawrence. You might well say Justin Fields too, because he was there for a split second for the good old boys that they came in. Who else? AJ Terrell. Plenty of players. We got one from went to Locust Grove High School. Whatchamacallit that got hurt, the running back that got hurt last year that won us the Cleveland game.
Who, Allison?
Not Allison. It's funny because Caleb Huntley.
He went
to Locust Grove.
You talking about Huntley?
Yeah, Jalen Huntley went to
Yeah,
Local Bro.
talking about Hutton. Yeah,
Bud Dupree is from Georgia. I forgot about that.
yeah. Zoe Carter from Georgia.
Listen,
Yeah.
Zoe Carter from Georgia. Listen, man. Let's just keep it a book, okay? And I having technical difficulties because this shit moving slow as hell. So y'all just bear with me. But check this out. So we get it. This ain't your cousin Pookie, Atlanta Falcons. This ain't your Atlanta Falcons. You can sit around the dinner table and have all your little 28-3 jokes, have all your little Marcus Mariota jokes. This ain't that. You can't sit around and have your little dog fighting jokes with Michael Vick no more. This ain't your cousin Pookie Falcons. This a whole new team, and you don't like it. You scared. The fear has set in. You're scared. The mission is almost complete for you stupid mothers. See,
can't cuss. They tried to block it.
See, when I watch Impossible, when I watch Mission Impossible, see, you gotta read in the dialogue. It ain't just about the mission that's impossible. It's all the variables in between, all the things they got to do during the mission that's supposed to be impossible as well. Well, it was impossible to think that the Atlanta Falcons could make all y'all scared. Falcons ain't scaring nobody. That was something everybody used to say all the time. Falcons ain't scaring nobody.
Yep.
What they gonna do?
Yep.
It's the Falcons. Eric
Yep,
Dickerson.
there you go.
You egghead motherfucker.
It's the Falcons.
Falcons. Who
Falcons
the
going
Falcons
Falcons.
scaring? What the Falcons?
See?
Falcons going Falcons.
Falcons going Falcons. Mm-hmm.
So this ain't cousin Pookie Falcons. This Pookie Falcons no more. You scared because we bigger, we meaner, we faster, and we doing something that you ain't seen us doing a long time, and that's run the ball down your motherfucking throat defense. Because while Eddie Goldman giving you that pressure up front, you got to deal with Zoe Carter and them boys on them edges when your quarterback move off his spot. Listen, I'm not finna get. Look, we just gonna go. We almost goddamn time and shit. We just gonna go on to the next topic. So Desmond Ritter got your tongue. Desmond Ritter got your tongue now. So now we taking shots at Desmond Ritter. So it's been a whole lot of hoopla about, why the Falcons think they can do something with a third-round draft pick at quarterback. We've given y'all these examples before. Joe Montana.
Oh, let me take this.
Russell Wilson. Hey, go ahead. Well, Desmond Ritter got. Go ahead. Go ahead, Will. Go ahead. What you got?
Tag you in, Will. Tag him out.
Here we go, bro. Here we go with this. What I just spoke on, we put too much into these draft picks. I need y'all to go look at the tape, man. Look at this boy game film. Look at this boy preparation. Listen to the people who talks about this kid, man. He ain't been nothing but a winner, bro. You ain't got to do nothing but go watch the game film, bro. Watch the game film. Watch him critique his game and get better game after game after game. Every game. You can't sit there and tell me this man ain't improved. Every game he played last year. I want you to show me what this man didn't improve. And mix me with that, he's supposed to have 4 interceptions, but did it get intercepted? Did he get intercepted? That was earlier when he came in. They missed the interception, okay. Quarterback live and die by interception all through the league. So what you got to say about that, bro? And it's been throughout the years, bro, that late round quarterback get drafted and become Super Bowl champions or league-wide MVPs and record breakers and all this here, but how many times have you seen a first round draft pick succeed? It's less of them than a late round GM, bro. I just need y'all to do y'all homework. Do your homework, bro. Stop talking and just do your research. I'm gonna tag him. I talk all day. I'm gonna tag next man up. Go ahead.
Hey,
Don't cost you. Hey, it don't cost you nothing. It's free to do your homework. Trust me, it's free. If I can do it, then I know you can do it. But they got this man, Desmond Ritter, who, just like Will just alluded to last year, he started 4 games. They got him rated 40th. Let me go into context about that, so people can understand what I'm saying. They have him rated lower than these fucking rookies that haven't even touched the field yet.
Yeah, that's disrespectful as hell, yo. I seen that. That was just adding fuel to the flame.
Some of them, we don't even know if they're gonna start the season off. But you got them higher than Desmond Ritter, who, just like Will alluded to, showed promise every fucking. Like, how many times you gonna put your foot on his neck, bro? He already told you that night that he was drafted, that these niggas done fucked up. He had a first round grade on him. But because of the draft order and whatnot, he slid all the way to the 3rd round. Okay, so what? He slid to the 3rd round.
That's what they put into their argument as a deciding factor when they make these lists. When they look at us, and like, yeah, they spent $100+ million on defense or whatever the hell it was. It seemed like 100+. They got, they need a second receiver. They ain't got no second receiver. You're looking at the position, and with that part of it, we do got a second receiver because let's not play dumb. Kyle Pitts is another wide receiver. Come on now. If somebody lines up half of the time on a damn line, on the outside, they're considered a receiver. Let's get that straight. I don't care what the position they in. If Tony Gonzalez was lining up on the door, if Travis Kelce lines up on the outside for that play, he's a receiver. He's a wide receiver. So let's just keep it a buck. It is what it is. For one, he got the measurements of a tall-ass receiver. Simple. He just good at tight end as well. So they get caught up on the positions. But that's the second part. The first part was they looking at, 3rd round draft pick. Coming into a team with high talent last year. Everybody was high, subpar, 1-year deals, 7 wins. Supposed to get 2. Never happened. Could have gotten more. A lot of the most one-score games than any other team throughout the whole season. But yet they were supposed to get 2 wins. And they had Marcus Mariota. You let Marcus Mariota, majority of that season, keep within 1 score. That says enough about the talent of Arthur Smith and that playbook by itself, by a long shot. But you look at Desmond Ritter and say, well, did they really upgrade? Kind of, yeah, but he's unproven. So we got to put him down on the list because You know, that CJ Stroud, yeah, that Houston Texans team is going to be a problem. Who? Who? Who gonna be who? Why? Why are they gonna be a problem? Why? Because he did a lot. You know how many Ohio State quarterbacks do good and come in and do terrible? Terrible. Do we not forget? God rest his soul. God rest his soul. The young man that just passed, the Washington Commanders quarterback that just passed. Darn it.
Dwayne Haskins.
Dwayne Haskins.
Yep.
Dwayne Haskins was immaculate. Bear was good. What was it, Barrett? Yeah. He was good. Nothing. We don't say this about Alabama quarterbacks. AJ McCarron. Where is he? Where's AJ? Where's AJ? Trash. Damn shame. You got Will Levis over this man. I think Will Levis is over him.
I think this is worth mentioning. All right, so we talk about great quarterbacks all the time, and we say, well, the playoffs is where everything matters. Well, let me read y'all some numbers. I'm just gonna go just look at all the years with Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs. All right, just listen to his numbers. Now, a lot of people would say 300 yards is pretty much the focus as far as like what you're trying to throw for in the playoffs. Anybody would say 300, right? Nobody would say anything lower than 300. So you go his first year in the playoffs. He played one game, was average about 400 yards. That was about 400, but that was one game where he had 423. He played 4 games, obviously in 2010. Averaged about 400, about 273, and then 270, 264, 265, 177, 247, 235, 334, 284, 321, 225. 225 in his last year. So those look like Hall of Fame numbers to you when we talk about playoffs?
No.
Just saying. Doesn't look like a Hall of Fame numbers when you talk about the playoffs. Doesn't look like a whole lot. Why am I saying that? If you look at where Desmond Ridder is at the moment, he's gotten better every single year. So if he continues, even if he doesn't reach anything over 300 yards a game, guess what? He'll be right along the same lines of these numbers right here. And this is what you ask for quarterbacks. You don't ask quarterbacks to go out and pass for 300 yards every single game. That's not how football originally began. The football originally began by running the damn ball and playing solid defense. Some of your quarterbacks had maybe 200, 250 yards passing total in playoffs game. And this is in the early 2000s. This is the 90s, the 80s, 70s. You barely had quarterbacks passing for 300 yards in games. So now that has become a norm. Everybody think if a quarterback isn't doing those numbers every year, then he's worth nothing. And I read those numbers because even the best quarterback that we claim are the best aren't even doing it. So this proves yet again that our own expectations for players are not even real expectations. We getting a lot of shit out our ass because we up here playing Madden and all the other damn games and playing, pick 5 and all this bullshit that we got on the internet. It's not even real. All the numbers that we looking for to obtain from these quarterbacks ain't even fucking real. It's fucking like I said, it's the media bullshit. Let me say this again. Aaron Rodgers last year, one game,
225 yards. 225 yards. And it's supposed to be one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. And you telling me he can't even put up 300 yards passing in the game? And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years of his career as a quarterback where he only had 8 when he passed for less than 300 yards a game. Let me say this again. 8 out of the 10 years, he's only passed for 300 a game in a playoff game. And we have these high expectations for these quarterbacks that just get in and say, if they're not doing this, if they're not throwing for 5,000 yards in the first season, if they don't have 40 touchdowns, then they suck. When we look at our own quarterbacks, and it's just Aaron Rodgers, we can do numbers all damn day. I'm the number king. We do the fastest stats in the truth around this motherfucker. So this is the stuff we be talking about. Get your head out the man ass. Okay? Get it out the man ass. Get in real life. Understand that it takes a running game. And what they were just talking about with Kyle Pitts, don't matter who the fuck lining up at wide receiver. If that motherfucker catching it, he's a fucking wide receiver. He's receiving the pass.
Exactly.
Stop
That's
it.
why we're saying pass catchers. Pass catchers. That's what we call them.
Listen, this is ridiculous. Okay, as an Atlanta Falcon fan, this is the worst I felt for my fan base. This is about the media. This is the worst I've just felt, bro. Going into a season, and it ain't got nothing to do with my team. Ain't got nothing to do with that, because what the team is doing is exactly what I wanted them to do. Exactly what you all have wanted them to do, and that's make it a complete team. A complete team. But for some reason, you all think that if it ain't some top 10 drafted or top 5 drafted quarterback, then the team ain't complete. I'm tired of giving y'all the examples. I'm not gonna see. I can give these examples all day. Joe Montana, Russell Wilson, Tom Brady. I can give these examples all goddamn day. It ain't gonna damn matter. Y'all don't want to hear it because it's not what you want. It's not what you want. Well, you latched on to the very last narrative they threw out there with Bijan Robinson, and it came to fruition. So now what you got is you got the ops out here scared. Now they out here scared because now the focal point for the media ain't been drawn on the Desmond Ritter as much. Now they trying to circle around back to Bijan Robinson and saying, why did the Falcons pick a Bijan Robinson? Well, hold on. See, when you make up shit, locked on NFL.com, when you make up shit because you know in the back of your head that there's something going on in Atlanta and you will not admit that what's going on down here is going to be worse to reckon with, instead of you admitting that, you let the fear in your heart really show. Because Mike can give you the numbers. Denzel can give you the examples. Ant can give you the passion. Will can state the obvious. But at the end of the day, y'all don't want to hear it. Because it's a third round drafted quarterback at the helm.
From Cincinnati.
Sense to you.
From a non-Power 5.
Now, this is the kicker right here. This is the kicker. So I almost lost my thought. defensively, we've done something we hadn't done in this franchise's history. And as we went out there and we got studs in the free agency and we traded for some guys and we made this defense look totally different this upcoming season. And it's going to be a lot of guys out here fighting for positions. Some we know that's pretty much locked up. Others we know it's going to be a dogfight in training camp. While y'all want to sit up here and keep putting all this focus and attention on our offense averaged over 21 points a game last year. Defense gave up just a little over 22 points a game. Why y'all not putting more focus and attention on the defense?
It was 22 points. I thought it was
I'll tell you why.
That was 18 or 19.
It was 1.5. No, they averaged giving up 22.5 points.
Yeah.
But this is the thing. Y'all refusing to highlight the defensive moves we've made. Because if you do that, it's just like admitting that we got better. If you highlight those things. Offensively, in the back of y'all minds, you know we had a top 3 running game, top 2 running game. In the back of your mind, you know Desmond Ridder with a team that y'all just said was so terrible. We were so bad. But that young boy went out there and won 2 football games against we have a chance in hell beating Buccaneers. And who
San Fran.
team he beat?
No, Arizona.
San Fran?
No.
Arizona.
Oh, Arizona.
It was Arizona. He didn't play in San Fran. That was still Marcus.
That was still Marcus.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm tripping.
This in the back of y'all minds, this 3rd round drafted quarterback on a team who is so terrible. He went out there and didn't turn the ball over and won 2 football games. So y'all know in the back of y'all mind, with a stout running game and with a quarterback who has shown for 4 games, that he can protect the football, he can escape the pocket, he's not fazed by pressure, he don't get flustered by pressure, and the boy go out there and make plays. In the back of y'all mind, y'all seen that. I'm not being fooled by none of y'all no more. You're not fooling me. I know you saw it. I know you understand what you saw. Because you ignore it and you don't mention it or acknowledge it, that's you trying to make it seem like that it didn't happen. Or you don't know no better. But I know you know. I know you know Desmond Ridder is a dog. I know you know that Tyler Algier is a dog. I know you know that. I know that you know. Westrom and Caleb McGarry was rocking defensive lines to sleep all season long. I know that you know that. You ain't fooling me no more. You're not fooling me because you grasp narratives that you see in the media. Well, the 3-letter network said that ain't gonna be good enough. But the 4-letter network say that they didn't have to get Bijan Robinson. So I'm gonna make all these stupid ass videos about those 2 fucking narratives, and that's gonna make the Falcons seem that they ain't shit. You ain't fooling me, and you ain't gonna fool this fan base no more. Cause I'm letting my fan base know right now, they scared. We done put fear. They all woke up one morning And it was a headline on social media that said the Atlanta Falcons have reinstated Eddie Goldman. And they got scared. Monday morning came when legal tampering became legal, and Jesse Bates was an Atlanta Falcon. Oh, I thought he was just hanging out at the club in Atlanta. He really an Atlanta Falcon? They scared. Kalaj Campbell got signed. They scared. They scared. Y'all fucked around and y'all let that boy Claude Phillips get drafted late in the damn draft in Atlanta. Right. You scared.
Scared.
That's the icing on the cake.
I see what's going on. I see what the fuck going on. You know that this team done got better. You will not highlight the positives on this team. And you're going to try to make our positives seem like negatives. But you ain't fooling me. And you ain't fooling my fan base no more. The jig is up, motherfuckers.
Jigsaw.
That's the mindset for 2023. Off in your ass. No grease.
No
straight
grease.
Raw.
No Vaseline.
Oh
Straight
my
fresh.
God. Oh.
With that being said, it's time to wind on down.
Well, damn. Who put some of that man's mouth in?
Somebody done pissed in your Cheerios.
We go ahead. We're gonna get the Q&A in. Y'all got any questions for anybody up here on the panel? Guys up here know a whole lot of shit.
I got a question.
You ask them. Of course, you know you got. Okay, what's up?
So we all believe. Do anybody else believe in narratives in sports? Narratives, like our cousin over the weekend had a narrative. Who's going to get this 18th banner, Boston or LA? NBA Finals narrative.
Oh Lord. Learn the thing about Boston, we ignore it.
Precisely. But just using that as an example. So one possible narrative, and it is if you look at it from the past all the way up to now, it's almost like a comic book of revenge. Like the Avengers beating the shit out of Thanos. Finally. Took 2 damn movies, but it happened. Kind of happened. Go back to that playoff, to that game, that bowl game, Georgia versus Cincinnati. Ritter almost beat our ass.
Sure did.
Single-handedly.
He gave us the business for the majority of that game.
For 3 quarters.
He lit us up.
3 quarters. And what happened at the end of that game? With it fed rain down in a Mercedes-Benz stadium.
No, we know when you play Georgia, you got to play all 4 quarters. You can't play 3 against Georgia. Quarters. You got to play all 4.
Now, his offensive line let him down a lot in that 4th quarter because he got tagged. He got tagged. Ragtag. All right, so the boy was left on the only other Cincinnati player on the field watching that confetti go down in Mercedes-Benz. Just so happened.
We done talked about this before.
Oh, we did? Oh, okay. So look at the team that drafted him.
Go ahead, finish though.
The team that drafted him, the NFL team in that Mercedes-Benz. Draft day. What he said, I'm bringing a championship to Atlanta.
Here.
He was standing there 2 years before that. unbeknown to him, he get drafted by that team. Now, he stood there saying he gonna win a championship. That's gonna be him. He didn't do terrible. He didn't do bad at all against Alabama in that playoff game. He just got outmatched, outcoached. They coach got outcoached. It was outmatched, outgunned, all of it which above. And it was pretty close game, pretty even game at first. So he didn't do bad. He said he gonna bring a championship he wanted a championship in that game, that bowl game. Unbeknown to him, he gonna get a championship in that stadium, for that city. Ain't that about it? Don't you see the narrative of that? Oh, he was there. He was standing there. He was there. He knew it was coming. He just didn't know for what team it was coming for. Cincinnati or was it the Falcons?
What you're saying is he foreshadowed.
He foreshadowed
that the next time he see confetti falling out ceiling, he gonna be the quarterback standing on the field when it happens. He gonna be the quarterback putting on the championship cap. He gonna be the quarterback trying to fit that small ass championship shirt over his shoulder pads. He gonna be that champion. He gonna be that quarterback. That's what you're saying. He foreshadowed.
Narrative. Fairy tale story.
Let me see. Let's see. I'll see some questions. Let's see. D. Coleman asked, in the event of Okuda not working out at CB2 due to injury or bad play, who's the first or next man up? Anybody can do one.
Say that's easy. Mr. Clark Phillips. We need you. We need you on this opposite side here. We need you to do what you did here, all right? Just do it. Do it, do it. Just go out there and do it. Just do it, dude. Do it. Bust some heads. You were first round talent. Look at you. You got drafted. What was that, 5th round?
Mm-hmm.
You got drafted in the 5th round. You were high on draft boards. High. As predicted to go out in late second. At worst. They doubted you. What you gonna do? You ain't got DJ Moore over there no more. I don't know who you got over there at Carolina wide receiver court, to be honest with you. Dear God. Jonathan Mingo.
They got Thielen, Migo.
We want you on Thielen. We'll put AJ on Mingo or somebody that. Well, in fact, that boy we got maybe Mike Hughes or the 6'2", 6'3" cornerback. We gonna put him on here.
Alfred too. We got Alfred. You throw Alfred out there.
You could, but for size purposes, because Jonathan Mingo ain't no slouch, ain't no small motherfucker, So he remember he was compared to Cordell Patterson. But yeah, man, you want to put somebody out there that you know will be a dog, and like E.T. Eric Thomas, the hip hop preacher, says in one of his videos, it's gonna be a dog fight. It's gonna be a dog fight. It ain't meant to be easy. Either you got the dog in you, or you get dogged. Next question.
All right. So we got y'all got them super chats already? I know I walked away for a minute.
Nah, go ahead, Black. I ain't hit no super chat.
Yeah, because I can't click on nothing. So
Uh,
I know
appreciate that,
Tim
Terry
Ballard.
Lord.
Terry Lord say no
Yeah.
comment. Just enjoy. Just enjoy. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that, Terry Lord, bro. Oh, let me see.
Uh,
My computer moving slow as shit, y'all. Y'all forgive me. Um,
hold on.
Mucho Grande, he said, "Hey, Blackberry, I sent him Chris. Don't pay." Oh, when I go on there, I'll link you in on there, Mucho.
Xavier, could we see an improvement in Dahlman's play
Xavier
with
Leach.
the insertion of Bergeron at left guard? Good question. And what you think about that?
Well,
I already have. Next question.
what is that?
We
What you say,
gon' we
Mike?
We
gonna see
already have.
improvement.
Next
We gonna see
question.
improvement on all of them. The whole line gonna be improved. Cause they
Everybody.
gonna feel
Yeah.
them boys up their ass. They
We
feel them
started
up
with the
their ass right
insertion
now.
of Desmond Ritter. We already saw the improvement with Desmond Ritter.
We did, didn't we?
Everybody gonna rise.
Everything changed to that offense. We got better passing. We got better running. We got better managing of the offense, conducting the offense. Didn't have a lot of turnovers. We already saw that.
Ah,
Better play action too.
it was definitely way more in command. Same question for the safety position.
Better ball snapping too. That boy went skipping and looting the ball back there.
Yeah,
When
now
Desmond
hold up.
got back there, he was getting it to him.
Did we ever talk about that part? Because um, before we get
Yeah,
to
we,
the
we talked about it a couple times. We talked about it a couple times.
okay, because I'm thinking like damn, I don't remember a bad snap like he had with Marcus. I don't remember him snapping bad snaps with Ritter, fumbling, bumbling at the line.
He still had a few. He's
Mm. All right, what about that safety?
he still had a few. Same question. It says I guess he's saying if Jesse Bates get hurt or something, or look, I don't like talking like that for one. We know Jesse Bates he's already a proven safety in this league, so it ain't about whether or not he'll have good play or not. He's gonna have good play. So you could only be talking about whether if he don't, if he get hurt or something. And I don't like talking like that. But I mean, I think depth wise, that's something else that we're on our way of fixing on this team. Depth was a problem. It was a problem at every position on this damn team. Depth was a problem outside of running back because we had backs that could get out there and still tote that thing. But at safety, I think we'll still be all right if God forbid something was to happen. Knock on wood. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because that interior pressure this season up front is going to be elite. It's going to be elite up front this year. They gonna make this whole secondary group look like some stars. This whole secondary group gonna look like stars with what this front will what this front seven gonna be able to do, and more and to be more specific, this interior line defense is going to be
That
elite
part.
this year.
That
The
part.
depth, the depth is there up front now. So yeah, we'll be good plugging in whoever we need to plug in. God forbid anything happen. Now what? It's safe possession. Oh, let me see. JDS, he said, did y'all see the video, it really looking like he put on some weight. Yeah, I did see that.
Oh hell yeah.
He
Yeah.
been
Yeah, that boy hit
he
that
been
weight
pumping
room,
that
boy.
iron.
He hit that weight room. Did you see the
He
accuracy
been
on that
pumping that
pass,
iron,
though?
man.
Yes.
See the accuracy on
Yes.
that pass.
It's hard to do that playing that in Dave and Buster's. That boy did it
He put that thing on the
almost
line, bro.
put that thing on a rope coming out the drill. Hey, all right now, you're gonna be Pat Mahomes 1.5.0.
Mm-hmm.
Even if he get
Our
one and a half.
our best friend Pam. What up, Pam? She said, "How will the special teams improve this season?" I'm gonna get this to Mike because Mike and K Styles had a whole show about that one. Go ahead, Mac. Miss Pam want to know how to improve this season.
Well, with Youngwick, who obviously he's one of the better kickers, if not the best kicker in the NFL, then Bradley Pinion, obviously he's a veteran guy. He's been around the block, yeah. He been around the block. He knows what he's doing. His hang time is one of the better um in the league, and that's obviously what you want, especially from a coverage team. You got guys like Cordero Hodge. He's returning as a gunner. In special team, I think he was in the middle of the league as far as special teams tackles with about 7, I believe. And then you have a guy like Cordero Patterson, which the fucking morons at Bleacher Report trying to trade him away at kick returner. Obviously, he's one of the greatest, if not the greatest, kick returner of all time. Um, and then you have Avery Williams. He's doing his thing at special teams. So special teams is probably one of the better units in the NFL. And I don't like giving up good special teams player because, like, one of the things, if you go back and look at the Super Bowl, that's why the Kansas City Chiefs won their game because they got a late return, got them good field position, and they was able to get into a rhythm. So good field position, good special teams, good, obviously a good kicker, but special teams always comes in the clutch when you least expect it. Everything is, especially when both teams are equally matched on offense and defense. That's what separates the good and the great teams. Having that good special team unit. For one, that is something how the Patriots have won championships year after year because of that leg of
I
Adam
was just about to
Vinatieri
say that.
and googly goggly whatever the hell Gakakowski, whatever the fuck his name is. But those guys are very good in clutch situations. So special teams is something you never want to mess with. You want to leave those guys alone until you have no other choice but to let them go, like we kind of did with Eric Weems. So just let those guys show that they can no longer do it before you start messing with special teams. Leave those guys alone. That means Cordero Patterson's going to keep coming back until he shows he can't play anymore.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
Yeah.
Bradley Pinion. When we first acquired Bradley Pinion, that boy was pinning everybody inside the 20. He had a little bit of a
Mhm.
down season last season. So I mean, it happens. He's been a reliable punter his whole career. So he'll be back on. He gonna be back on his shit. He gonna be putting niggas in the 20 again this season. But yeah, I agree with that. But Dre Harrison with the $5 super chat say, "Do you know if any Atlanta Falcons players listen to you on the AFN in the AFN family?" Hey, Dre Harrison, I sure hope so. I sure hope so because hey, we here, we here, we here with Arthur Smith and Terry Fontenot and Rich McKay. We here, right up in here. We see y'all. You ain't got to worry about the rest of the media. We know what
I actually
the
do
fuck is
know.
up,
Yeah, I actually do know that NFL players, Falcon players, listeners. I know that personally.
man.
So
Right
it's no
now, they
doubt
listen.
they do listen.
So when they see me fired up, I hope that gives them the urge to go out in their backyard and put on some shoulder pads and a helmet and try to tackle a fucking tree.
Yeah. Booby Miles style. Booby Miles do everything. You need to be like Booby. Booby catch, Booby throw, Booby.
Nah,
Booby.
Don't be like Booby.
Be like Booby. On the field, not off the field.
Booby say he don't know nothing else. Booby say he don't know nothing else but football. What
We don't want you to know nothing else. He stupid.
What I'm supposed to do? I don't know nothing but football. What I'm supposed to do? So, don't be like Booby.
Be like Booby. Booby do it all. Booby do it. Hey,
we got
before we end off,
somebody
go ahead, Darren.
that I ain't never seen before. Zaylena Bag. She say she out of Baltimore, Maryland, diehard Falcon fan in the building. Let's work. Good to have you.
Hey,
appreciate you.
We appreciate you.
Great to have you. Great to have you.
Yes.
We do this.
Hey, keep coming back.
We do this all week long. All week long, you gonna get you some Falcon content from the AFN and Blackberry Lorettes. You get it all week long. Hit that sub button. We glad to have you. Glad to have you. Anyway, I think we're gonna go ahead and start winding this thing on down because I'm gonna hold with Champagne Confessions with Matt T and the crew. Well, they over there talking some real life stuff. If you just need something going on in your life, you ain't the only person going through it. Go over to Champagne Confessions. You're gonna feel a whole lot better about your situation. Okay, so we're gonna start this thing on that. Going, what the hell going on, man?
That boy Ronald Acuna, 4 straight games, home runs, baby. 4 straight games with home runs, baby.
I mean, he's only the best in Major League Baseball.
Only the best.
On sides of the mound, by the way. On both sides of the mound, by the way. He's only the best.
11 home runs.
But anyway.
17 stolen bases.
17.
And stuff, bro. Anyway, Desire, don't start. Give me your last remarks. Gonna go ahead and start closing this thing on out.
I don't know how many soccer fans we got, but Atlanta United skunked them boys 4-0 last night. Yeah.
Them boys been up and down for me, man. They've been killing me.
Yeah, they were up at the beginning. They slacked down, and then now they doing a little something. But yeah, man. I just can't wait for this 2,000-yard running back duo season, and yeah, it's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be beautiful. It's a celebration. It's a celebration. Okay, it's a celebration. Celebration. Pass it on.
Hey, y'all get ready for this dominant defense. Get ready for this dominant defense. We finna smash some people in the mouth this whole season. Not just a couple plays, not just a couple games. I'm talking about the whole season. Hey, y'all can hit me up on Twitter, Big Ant True, and then just look up Big Ant on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.
Yes, sir.
Big Will.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, I already gave y'all my record prediction. I'm going to give y'all the statistic now. Top 5 offense, top 5 defense. Write it down. Mark that. Mark what I say. 15-2, 13-4, top 5 offense and defense. Mark it down right now today. I eat crow if they don't. I eat crow if they don't. But mark it down. This is what I'm telling you, boy. This is what I'm telling you, boy. Pay attention. We finna be dangerous out there. They already scared. Man, it's your boy got on Will, the Georgia Reaper. You can find me on YouTube. Or you can find me on anything got to do with AFN around here. I'm out there. I'm there. Yeah. For sure.
Wow. Yeah.
Hey, Will say it's gonna be just like that all year long. Can you dig it, sucker? 5 times. He say we talk 5, and don't you forget.
What that little chicken voice?
Hit him with. Hit it with him, Mike. Hit it with him. Get it to him.
Well, I like to hit motherfuckers on the back of the neck while I leave out. So I'm gonna say it like this. All we want is our respect. All we want is to be respected first and foremost. So we know, and the people know most of all, well, a lot of these conversations start, while a lot of conversations are allowed, where it all began, because AFN was one of the first ones that have ever put together panels when it comes down to a lot of these shows. A lot of it didn't happen until we did this first. Myself, Dunn, we put it out there. We set the standard when it comes down to Atlanta Falcons content here on YouTube. All right. So we start that. And all we're doing is looking for our respect. You can look me in my eye and I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt that most of your favorite content creators came through us.
Yeah.
I can look you in your eyes and tell you the truth. But can they look you into the eyes and say, Mad Mike had nothing to do with what we've done? That Dunn has never done anything for us. That AFN has never done any. Can they look you in the eye and tell you that? All we want is our proper respect. We are demanding it. We are going to take it, and we're going to get it by any means necessary. All right? That's what we're on. We're tired of not getting the proper respect. All we do is show love. All we do is respect people. All we do is help people. But those people, in turn, turn around, turn their back, and try to act like we had nothing to do with anything. And they know they can't even sleep at night because they know the fucking truth. You can't sleep at night. You don't want to have conversations with us because you know what the truth is. You know what the truth is. I can look you in your face and tell you the truth. We want our respect, and we're going to get it by any means necessary. Love everybody who ever showed us any type of loyalty, respect, honor, all that. We're going to give it exactly how y'all give it. Y'all give it to us, we're going to give it even more love. We appreciate it for joining us. Continue to support Blackberry. All right, we're going to help him get to 1K. Man, we got a whole conglomerate. We got a whole team of people we're here just helping each other, man, and continue to grow. And we only going to get better. All right? We got to do these Falcons some justice, man. The media don't want to love us. You said this whole show right here was based on, again, the media continuously try to lie and try to scheme and try to put dirt on our name. It's time for us Falcons fans to demand our respect. No more sitting around and smiling. Oh, it's gonna be okay. Nope. We're gonna have to go to these games, get in these people's face, ask them the hard nosed questions, ask these people to come on our show and say, "Hey, would you mind coming on our show and answer these questions for me?" Yeah, yeah, yeah. We want that. We want all the smoke. So with that being said, find me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Hey, even on Facebook, man. Mad Mike Sports, Michael Anthony Vincent on Facebook. That's all I gotta say about that big ant. Nah, I ain't gonna do it to you. I'll leave you alone.
Oh, that's all right. Go ahead and do it.
I
Go
didn't
ahead
do
and
it. And leave me
come
alone.
on,
I didn't
Cletus.
leave me alone.
Come
I
on,
didn't do
Cletus.
it. I didn't do it, Ant. I didn't
You
do
gonna
it.
do it sooner or later.
I
You gonna
didn't.
do it.
No, no, no. I
You
thought
might
look,
not. You might not have
Jesus
done it
saved
this
me,
time.
okay? Jesus saved me
Yeah,
from
he
being a
saved you
heathen,
this
okay?
time. This time, you gonna do it sooner or later. I'm gonna get your
Mm-hmm.
ass.
Hey, with that being said, at the end of the day, it's all about that RESPECT. Okay? It ain't just a song in the 70s or the 80s, whenever it came out. It ain't just a damn song. It's for real. It's legit. So listen, we appreciate y'all coming through. Y'all know what it is for me. It's the home team and nothing but the home team. Catch us on the flip side. Home team.